you for joining me again for my class, Discovering Pre-Algebra. This is for the Part 1, Worksheet 4-4. If you're in this class, you know the drill. Pause, grade your paper. If you're not, and you want to be, check the description below. There'll be a link to OutSchool. Okay, so remember that in division, order matters. Now you'll see I don't change up the order. Okay, in this class, we're not going to flip-flop like we did with the subtraction where we had to try to think about the order. We're not going to do any that the missing number isn't the first one, okay? So the opposite operation will always work with these, okay? It's a little bit trickier when it's the second number missing, all right? And we will talk about that in a different class, okay? Especially, actually, I think it comes out a little bit in the Part 2 because we work with percents, and it's actually a common thing in percents that happens. So stay tuned, go Part 2, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. All right, but if I'm dividing this number, okay, if it was the other way around, this was dividing that, the unknown was dividing that, then we would do it a different way. But since what we have is dividing the unknown, we can use the opposite operation, which is multiplication, okay? So if I, multiplying, we'll cross that out. 6 times 4 is 24. All right. So in this one, if I want to do the opposite and bring that over, then it's going to be 5 times 7, which is 35. Do the opposite and bring it over. 9 times 7 is 63. Now on this one, well, actually this one will do it. Let's go ahead and look if it's true. Well, 9 does go into 63 7 times. So that's a true statement. All right, so I'm going to change to multiplication, move it over, and it's going to be 6 times 2 is 12. So basically, we're taking these division problems and we're rewriting them as multiplication. All right, this one's going to be 102 times 6. 6, let me put it underneath. So that's 12, 0, 1, 6, 612. All right, so this is 244 times 3. We're just rewriting it with the opposite operation in order to find the missing number, okay? And if I were to check that on a calculator, 244 does go into 732 3 times. If you want to check these with a calculator, go ahead, or you can sit there and do the math by hand to check them. Do not use the calculator to actually do your first round of math, okay? $28, so 288. 105 times 15, I got 2 levels here. 5 times 5 is 25. 0, 2 more. 5, get underneath the 1. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 5, 7, 5, 1. So 1575 is the answer to that one. All right. 124. Oh, this one's very important. Let's go ahead and zoom in on it. All right, so I have box divided by 124 equals 1. All right, now another way I could write division is a fraction. So let's look at it as a fraction. Division is this fraction bar. What is the one number as a fraction that I could put on the top to equal 1? Well, if it's 2 over 2, it's 1. If it's 5 over 5, it's 1. If it's 10 million or 10,000, because that's all I have room to write, over 1,000, that's also going to equal 1. So the answer is 124. That's the only way to get an answer of 1. Of course, I could do 124 times 1, and guess what? I'm still going to get 124. Either way you do it, you're going to get 124 as your answer. All right, last one, and then all we have is word problems left in this class, and it will be done. You have learned so much. So in this one, it's 266. All right, keep working these. Keep rewriting it as multiplication each time in order to find your division answer, because they're only going to get harder, so we really need to practice this. Rewrite your division as multiplication, since that's the opposite operation, and our properties from the beginning of the class say I can use those rules to help me solve things. All right, I'll see you guys in class. Keep learning, keep discovering.